Hello, welcome to High Ground Gaming. This is Eric, my co-host Mr. Brody, and we're proud to present to you the 1978 All-Star Game featuring using Strat-o-matic baseball. Mr. Brody's all excited about this. Yes, he is. Mr. Brody is going to be the third base coach for both teams. Well, we'll see. But anyway, I got it to the All-Star game with the 1978 American League team, and I simmed the National League team because in this Strat-o-matic you have two different divisions here. American League and National League are played separately, two different season files. So I hadn't started the National League one, so I simmed it up to the All-Star break, and these are the lineups that the computer came up with at the All-Star break. So we'll see what we get here. I'm not sure the exact rest of the rosters here, so we'll find those out as we go, as we start the game. But yeah, so let's get this game underway, and we'll go through the lineups. And the American League is visiting the National League, and this is being played at San Diego Stadium. Not sure exactly what stadium they chose here, as he didn't ask me what stadium we were playing at. So it may be like generic, like Yankee Stadium or something. But anyway, we'll see where they decide to play it.
Welcome to the stadium for today's ball game.
Alrighty, well, Mr. Brody is here. He really didn't want to, I don't think, do this game today, but he decided he would. I had to bribe him with some treats and some promises of going out afterward. Right, Mr. Brody? But anyway, so here's the starting lineup for the American League. Jerry Remy from the Red Sox will bat first, followed by George Brett of the Kansas City Royals batting second. And batting third will be Jim Rice, the left fielder. Batting cleanup is Bobby Bonds, the right fielder. Batting fifth, Amos Otis, the center fielder. Batting sixth, the catcher Colin Fiske. Batting seventh, Roy Smalley, the shortstop. Batting eighth, Chris Chambliss, the first baseman. And on the mound, batting ninth, is Mike Caldwell. I put create all-star team, so I don't know. I don't think it based it off of the actual stats and the all-star voting from the leagues I was in. I'm not sure, though. It may have, though. It possibly may have. I'm not sure on that one. But anyway, so that's your starting lineup for the American League. Let me check here. Yeah, it doesn't give any stats here because it's a new league. So it probably didn't. But anyway, that's all right. I kind of wanted to play an all-star game since I'm at the all-star break in the American League playoffs. So that's okay. It's pretty much probably would have been close to the same players that I have here now. Maybe not exactly, but pretty close. I'm not sure if these were the actual all-stars. These may have been the actual all-stars from the... Let me check here as we have the lineups here. Yeah, the lineups are definitely no, it's definitely not the same because you had Rod Carew starting at first base. Here you have Chris Chambliss. So no, it's definitely generated by Strat-o-matic, which is good. That's fine. So J.R. Richard is on the mound for the National League. Behind him, from left to right in the outfield, is Greg Luzinski. I think he was on the Philadelphia Phillies. Mike Maddox, I think he's also on the Phillies. And Gary Maddox. Getting the pitching coach mixed up with that. Greg Luzinski, yeah. Dave Parker from Pittsburgh in right field. The infield from left to right is Ron Cey of the Dodgers. Dave Concepcion of the Cincinnati Reds. Davey Lopes of the Dodgers. And Steve Garvey of the Dodgers. So almost a full Dodgers infield there. J.R. Richard of the Astros, of course. And Ted Simmons from the St. Louis Cardinals. Yep, St. Louis Cardinals back then. So that's your defensive lineup for the National League. I'll be playing as the American League. So without further ado, let's get it going here. The corners are playing in for Remy. So here's the windup and the pitch. And that'll be a strikeout. So Richard strikes out Remy for out number 1. I'm assuming that all the photos are here, so there may be a photo or two missing from the National League, but I don't think so. I think I have all the photos here. George Brett up next. George Brett is hitting .294. Hit .294 with 9 homers and 62 runs batted in 78. Corners also playing in for Brett. Here's the windup in the pitch by Richard. And he will fly out to Parker and right, even though it says line out there. So 2 up and 2 down in the American League first, followed by the AL MVP in 1978, Jim Rice. Jim Rice hit .315 with 46 homers and 39 runs batted in. So here's the windup in the pitch. And Rice will line out to Luzinski and left. So 1, 2, 3 go the American League All-Stars. And I don't think I gave the American League lineup, but oh well. We'll do that next inning. Hopefully it's the same. Let's see here. So for the National League starters is Davey Lopes, second baseman, bats first. Dave Concepcion, the shortstop, will bat second. Dave Parker, the right fielder, bats third. Batting cleanup, Greg Luzinski, the left fielder. Batting fifth, Ted Simmons behind the plate. First baseman Steve Garvey will bat sixth and play first. Batting seventh is Ron Cey, the third baseman. Gary Maddox, the center fielder, bats eighth. And J.R. Richard, the pitcher, bats ninth, as we are in a National League team. A National League park. And back then, I'm not sure if they did or not. I thought they used the DH still, but could be wrong on that one. I don't remember the pitchers batting in there, but they might have in the All-Star game. So anyway, for the outfield, left to right, Jim Rice on the left, Amos, Otis in center, Bobby Bonds in right, George Brett at third, Rory Smalley at short, Jerry Remy at second, Chris Chambliss at first, Mike Caldwell is on the mound, and Caldwell came in with a 278 average. 22-9 record with a 2.37 ERA. Davey Lopes comes up to the plate with a 278 average with 17 homers and 58 runs batted in 78. Corners are going to play in for Lopes. Caldwell looks in for the sign from Fiske. Here's the windup in the pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball to center. Range check on Otis. And he will make the catch for out number 1. So in actuality, the National League All-Stars defeated the American League All-Stars in this game by a score of 7-3. There were no home runs by either team. And I'm trying to find the And it was Jim Palmer starting for the AL All-Stars against Vita Blue for the National League. Trying to find the MVP here. I don't see it listed on the actual sheet that I'm looking at here. I know Bruce Sutter got the win and Rich Gossage got the loss. Let's see here. Hey, Miss Mags is in here to say hi. Anyway, so 1 down for Dave Concepcion. Dave Concepcion hit .301 with 6 homers and 67 runs batted in 78. Caldwell with the pitch. Corners playing in for Concepcion. And it'll be a ground ball back to Caldwell. Flips over to first for out number 2. So 2 quick outs in the National League first for Dave Parker. Hit .334 with 30 homers and 117 runs batted in 78. Here's the windup in the pitch. That'll be a fly ball to right. Bonds is under, and he'll make the catch for out number 3. So both the American League and National League go in order. So for the American League, let's go through their lineup again. I think I did go through their lineup. Didn't think I had, but now looking at it, I know I did. So Bonds, Otis, and Fiske up for the American League. Bonds hit .267 with 31 homers and 90 runs batted in for Texas in 1978. Richard back out there again. Here's the windup in the pitch. And it's going to be a fly ball to center. Maddox is under, and he'll make the catch. Now, I think I may switch and manage both teams just because of the substitutions to try to get everybody in the game. Because I think the computer will play it like a regular game and will not try to get everybody into the game or, have the starters only go like an inning or two before they get relieved. So I want to make sure everybody gets in the game. So I'll manage just the substitutions when it comes to that stuff. But actually, I'll probably have to manage both sides. I don't think I can just do the substitutions here. Let me check here. Yeah, I don't think I can do just that. I think I have to it's all or none. You know what? I think I'm just going to have it do it, and then I'll switch it off when I want to make a pitching change. I'll do that. That's what I'll do. Yeah, that'll be better. That way the computer can make all the other decisions. I'll just make the substitutions and pinch hitters and defensive replacements and stuff like that. Alrighty, so Amos Otis up now with 1 down. Amos Otis hit .298 with 22 homers and 96 runs batted in back in 78. Richard with the windup in the pitch. And strike 3 called. Richard's second K of the day. So 2 quick outs in the second for Carlton Fiske. Fiske hit .284 with 20 homers and 88 runs batted in. He actually is hitting well over 300 right now. It's in the 320s, I believe, in our replay. So here's the windup in the pitch by Richard. It's going to be a ground ball to Concepcion at short. Throw to Garvey for out number 3. So nothing doing for the American League in the second. It'll be Lazinski, Simmons, and Garvey up for the National League. Lazinski hit .265 with 35 homers and 101 runs batted in. Off the 2 column. And that'll be a strikeout swinging. So Caldwell's first K of the day. Brings up Ted Simmons. Ted Simmons hit .287 for the Cardinals with 22 homers and 80 runs batted in. So here's the windup in the pitch. That'll be a fly ball to center. Otis is under, and he'll make the catch. So 2 quick outs in the National League second for Steve Garvey. Garvey hit .316 with 21 homers and 113 runs batted in for the Dodgers. Here's the windup in the pitch. Oh, and this could be a good one for Garvey. And this is going to be our first hit of the game as it gets up over Otis's head. So Garvey with a 2-out double, first hit for either team. And as you can see here, this is Yankee Stadium backdrop, which is the default, but there's no ballpark preferences in here, so that's kind of cool. No preferences. Anyway, I probably could have set it somehow with San Diego, but that's okay. Not a big deal. All right, so Ron Say with an RBI opportunity, trying to get the National League on top. And it's going to be off the 3 column, which will be a strikeout swing. So Caldwell gets him to end the inning. So after 2 full, no score. It'll be Smalley, Chambliss, and Caldwell up for the Brewers. I mean, for the American League. I probably could have set this. I'm thinking about this. I probably could have set it where I had a DH, but I didn't. Oh, well. Again, not a big deal. But I think what I will do is every time the pitcher comes up, I'll just substitute him with a DH to get the with a pinch hitter, just to get the as if it were a DH in a way. That'll get the pitchers out of the game too. So 1 down as Smalley grounds out the first. Chambliss up now. Chambliss hit .274 for the Yankees with 12 homers and 90 runs batted in. And this will be the first hit. Oh, wait. Yeah, it's going to... Parker will have to play down a hop, and the American League has their first hit. Chambliss with a 1-out single. And we're going to substitute for Caldwell here. So Caldwell's out of the game now. Let's look at the bench for the American League here. So your bench for the American League is Gary Alexander. She's having a great year for... Is it Cleveland? I think I just played him. No, for Texas. Definitely deserves it. Yeah, so this may be based upon... I think this is based upon the stats, so currently. Okay, that would make sense. Because Gary Alexander is actually having a great year in the replay, so it must have chosen him by what the voting and everything. Okay, cool. And I think the same thing with the National League. Yeah, because it wouldn't let me play this until I actually had some votes for the All-Star game, I think, for the National League. Anyway, yeah, because it only offered me the American League before that, I believe. So Eddie Murray is also on the team. Switch hitter for the Orioles. George Orta from the Royals. Greg Nettles for the Yankees. Rick Burleson from the Red Sox. Don Baylor for the California. I think he played for them. California Angels. I think he played in '78. Fred Lynn from the Red Sox and Reggie Jackson from the Yankees. So a lot of Red Sox in this. Yeah, this makes a lot of sense because I'm pretty sure that's there are some players that probably wouldn't have been in there, like Alexander. All right. So the pitchers: Dave LaRoche from the Angels, Ron Guidry from the Yankees, Jim Palmer from the Orioles, Ferguson Jenkins from the Texas. That's right. He wasn't with the Red Sox then. Paul Splitcher for the Kansas City Royals, Mike Torres with the Red Sox, and Dennis Eckersley. Yeah, because I don't think Eckersley was actually on the All-Star team in '78. Let me check here. Yeah, this is the same team, definitely. So, as Eckersley was not on the All-Star team. Torres, I don't think was either. So, yeah, so this must have picked him based upon the stats that I've accumulated. Good. So, Mike Torres, Ed Figueroa from the Yankees, Rich Gossage from the Yankees, John Hiller from Detroit, I think, yeah. And Don Stanhouse from the Orioles. So, yeah. So it did use the stats. Excellent. All right, so pinch hitter here. So we got 1 out and a runner on first. So we want, let's see, who can we put in? We don't want a catcher put in. Don't think we want it. Let's bring in, I don't know. Who do we bring in? What is order play? We want to make sure we have enough. Order's a second baseman. Burleson's a shortstop. Fredlin's an outfielder. Jackson's an outfielder. Baylor's an outfielder. Suppose we could do a double switch here. Let's have George Order come in and pinch hit for Caldwell. Hopefully we'll have enough players here. So George Order is going to come in and pinch hit. 274 hitter with 13 homers and 53 runs batted in. It's too bad I couldn't show their stats from the 78 replay so far, but that's okay. Alright, so Order up there with a runner on first and one down. Richard looks in for the sign. Here's the windup in the pitch. This will be a ground ball to shortstop. This could be two. It's going to be a range check on Concepcin. He's a two range on this because probably he went over to cover second just in case of the steal. That's why he's only rated a 2. And he's going to make... see what he does with it. Could be 2. And they turn the double play. So Concepcion starts the 6-4-3 double play to end the inning. So after 2.5, still no score. And let's see here. Let's do the... can we do the double switch here? I think we can. So Order... I'm going to have Order... yeah, I want to put an Order at second base. And then I'm going to bring in... who do we got up here? Can't think of who's up for the Yankees, for the American League. I mean, for the National League. Wish I knew, so I knew who to do for left or right. Alright. Anyway, let's just bring in... we'll bring in Jim Palmer. So we'll put him in the... we'll bring him in for Smalley. Not Smalley, Remy. Yeah, so Remy's day is done. Which I don't really want to do that. Then I'm going to have to... I have to, though. Unless I bring in somebody else. So upset. Palmer's only going to have 1 inning of play. I wish I'd got... Wish Remy wasn't the next batter there. Anyway, I guess we'll just... Can I switch Order its position up here? No, I can't do that. What do we do here? What do we do? Alright, maybe I'll just... yeah, I guess I'll bring in Palmer. We'll decide to do later. So Remy's day is going to be done. And he's going to be the pitcher, so... that's right. So Palmer will just pitch 1 inning. I think I have enough... yeah, I have enough pitchers in here anyway, so... alright, so Jim Palmer's in. He'll face Gary Maddox, followed by the pitcher spot and Davey Lopes. So Gary Maddox, 288 hitter with 11 homers and 68 runs batted in for the Phillies. Jim Palmer was 21-12 with a 2.46 ERA for the Orioles. So Palmer looks in for the sign from Fiske. Here's the windup in the pitcher. Now we have Order at second base here. Not a great defensive second baseman. And that's going to be a fly ball to Bonds in right for out number 1. So J.R. Richards' day is going to be done after 2 innings of work. And we're going to pinch hit for him. So let's go into the preferences. Alright. So against Palmer, who are we going to have pinch hit here? So we got Gary Carter, Willie Montanez, the Cubs, I think. Jerry Royster, Darrell Evans, Bill Russell, Jeff Burrows, Andre Dawson, Jack Clark. So you got 1 down and nobody on. You'll bring in Willie Montanez. What does he play? Montanez is a first baseman. Okay, that's perfect. I'm sure there's other guys that can play first base. I think there are anyway. Yeah, I think Dawson can play first base. No, I guess he can't back then. Fuck Jack Clark. No, he just plays outfield back then. Dale Evans at third base. Royster, shortstop, second base, third base. Okay, so he can play multiple positions. First base. Bill Russell, shortstop. I think I'll maybe bring in Bill Russell to pinch hit. So Russell will come in to pinch hit. Let me just check and see where our... Yeah, Bill Russell's up there. And where's Russell in all? Where? Let's see who. Actually, let's see who they. Shortstop is right here. So second base or shortstop. I kind of wanna. Maybe I'll pinch hit for the. I'll bring the third baseman in now. That's what I'll do. So that way, Ron Say. I can take Ron Say and do the double switch with there. So that's good. Yeah. So let's do that. So Darrell Evans is gonna come in to pinch hit for Richard. All right, that makes sense. Darrell Evans comes in with a .243 batting average, 20 homers and 78 runs batted in on the season for the Giants. So Parma looks in for the sign from Fiske. Here's the windup in the pitch. And he'll ground out to Brett at third over the Chambliss for out number 2. So 2 quick outs in the third for Davey Lopes. So Davey Lopes, sorry. He flew out against Caldwell his first time up. Corners are playing in for Lopes. And Palmer's nasty on his 5 and 6 columns, especially the 6th column. Definitely hard to hit. And he strikes out Lopes swinging for out number 3. So Palmer is effective. And we've played 3 full with no score. So we will bring in we'll put Evans at third. That'll be it for Ron Say. So the pitcher's spot will come in. So we're going to bring in... Oh, I guess we'll just bring in Phil Niekro, I guess. Phil Niekro will come in relief now. All right. So we'll put the options back for the computer. All right. So Phil Niekro comes in for the National League. He was 19 and 18 and 78. A lot of decisions there. 19 and 18. 2.88 ERA, so not much run support. 334 innings, only 275 hits allowed. 102 walks and 248 strikeouts. 16 homers allowed. And it's going to be the... Oh, yeah, that's right. We can take out Palmer. We're going to have to pinch hit for him. So let's see here. All right, so now we got to use a little strategy when we do this time. So Eddie Murray, first baseman. We'll bring in Rick Burleson. So let's see. Yeah, I think that's good because Smalley's way down here. It's either that or the first baseman. Who do we have for first baseman? Yeah, Baylor can play first, but he's awful at it. So we have Murray that plays first. Yeah, Murray's our first baseman. So we take out Chambliss. Yeah, let's take out Chambliss. Bring in Murray to pinch hit. Yeah, there we go. That'll work. All right, so Eddie Murray comes in the pinch hit, switch hitter for the Orioles. He hit 285 with 27 homers and 95 runs batted in. He'll lead it off for the American League here in the top of the 4th. No score. There's the windup in the pitch. And Murray will draw a leadoff walk. It's a good start for the American League. That'll bring up George Brett. 0 for 1 on the day. He flew out his first time up. And he's going to fly. And Lopes will make the catch in the outfield. So for out number 2. Out number 1. Jim Rice up now. Flied out his first time out. And he's going to get a good pitch to hit here. He could put the American League up on top easily. See what happens here. And nope. He will fly out to left. Lazinski in left for out number 2. So Bobby Bonds up now with a runner on first and 2 down. Bonds flew out his first time up. And it's going to be a range check on Lopes. Excellent range, but he'll only get a 2 range here as he was probably trying to cover for the runner. Just in case it was a steal. And it's going to be an opposite field hit as it gets past Lopes because he was going to cover second as Murray was in motion. So Murray moves into third. So runners at the corners with 2 down for Amos Otis. Otis struck out his first time up. And Otis will get a single to right, and that'll put the American League on top as Murray comes in to score. Bonds moves to third, so runners at the corners for Fiske. American League pushes a run across here in the fourth and takes a 1-0 lead. Fiske up now. He grounded out his first time up. And it's going to be a range check on his counterpart, Simmons. And Fiske will foul out. Simmons will make the catch for out number 3. The American League pushes a run across and leads at 1-0 after 3.5. All right, so we're going to bring in Murray to play first now. And we're going to replace Chambliss with the pitcher. So let's bring in... Again, I don't know who's coming up now. Oh, we'll just go down the road. We'll bring in a lefty now, LaRoche. So LaRoche comes in as the pitch for the American League. Dave LaRoche. LaRoche was 10-9 on the season with a 2.91 ERA, 25 saves. Probably should have brought in another starter, but that's okay. The All-Star game, you can do pretty much whatever you want. So Concepcion up now. Grounded out his first time up. Corners are playing in. And he'll lace a single past Brett into right field. Rice cut it off to hold Concepcion to a single. So Concepcion is a threat to steal. So they'll bring up Parker, who flew out his first time up. Concepcion takes a lead. And he's unable to get a good lead against LaRoche. And Parker will fly out to Otis in center for out number 1. Out number 1. Greg Lazinski up now. Lazinski struck out his first time up against Caldwell. Roach looks at Caldwell, looks at Concepcion, back to the bag. And it's going to be a pop-up. The first, Murray's under, and he'll make the catch for out number 2. So Ted Simmons, who flew out his first time up, will come up now. And this is going to be a ground ball to Smalley. And he'll make the play. Gets the force at second, 6-4 to end the inning. Smalley up now, grounded out his first time up. Necro back out there for another inning. Actually, we're going to replace Necro because he let up that run. And we're going to try to get some of the other pitchers in there. And let's see who's up now. It's going to be a righty. Sorry, a lefty pitcher spot, and then another. So let's bring in a lefty now for the National League. So let's bring in. There you go, Rudy May. I guess we'll bring in Rudy May. I think it's Rudy May. Yeah, so Rudy May now for the Expos in. Rudy May was 8-10 with a 3.88 ERA and 78. All right, Small. That's right, Smalley's a switch hitter. So he'll bat from the right. And there'll be two other lefties after him, though, so potentially. But we got a pinch hit for LaRoche. So off the one column, and that'll be a fly ball to left. Luzinski's under it, and he'll make the catch for out number 1. American League on top by a score of 1-0 here in the 5th. All right, so we're definitely going to pinch hit now for LaRoche. So we want a righty. Oops, we want a righty in there. All right, so let's see here. Probably pinch hit for. We'll bring in the catcher and then have Fiske come out. That's about halfway through. We'll replace the catcher. So Alexander will come in. He'll pinch hit for LaRoche. So he's having a great year in my replay. He only hit 225 here with but did have 27 homers and 84 runs batted in. So I guess he could have started the All-Star game based upon those stats with the home runs. All right, so here we go. Alexander in. May pitches throws the pitch. Oh, and he's just going to miss that home run. It's going to go over Maddox's head all the way to the wall. And he'll be on second with a 1-out double. So that'll bring in Orta. Is Orta a good bunter? Orta is a beat bunter. I think we're going to have Orta bunt here. Get the runner over to third. There's 1 out. So we're not going to do that. If there was nobody out, I would have. So we're just going to have Orta hit away. He into a double play his first time up against Richard. Came on the pinch hit. And he'll pop up to... And... Garvey will make the catch for out number 2. So it'll bring up Eddie Murray with an RB opportunity, trying to add to the American League lead. He walked his first time out. And he's going to fly out to Maddox in center to end the inning. So the American League cannot add to the lead and remains 1-0 after 4.5. Okay, a lot of management here in the All-Star game. I can see why the managers don't like to do this. Mr. Brody, repositioning himself there. Mr. Brody, who should we bring in now? Let's see here. So we got to bring in... So Alexander's got to come in and catch for Fiske. Fiske's day is done. And we're going to bring in... I guess we'll bring in Ron Guidry now. Guidry will come in Fiske's spot. All right, that'll work. Oops. All right, here comes Guidry. Guidry's in now. All right, so Ron Guidry comes in. He was 25-3, excellent season in '78, 1.74 ERA. He was the Cy Young Award winner for the New York Yankees in the American League. So he'll face Garvey to lead it off. Garvey doubled his first time out. Here's the windup in the pitch. And it'll be a fly ball to center. Otis is under it, and he'll make the catch for out number 1. Okay, so now we got a pinch hit for May here. Joop, joop. All right, so let's see here. So who are we going to bring in now to pinch hit? Guidry's a lefty, so we're probably going to bring in a righty here, which is not a problem. We get tons of righties. I think we're going to bring in William Montanez, and he'll pinch hit. Since Garvey just got in a bat anyway, he got a couple at bats. So, yeah, we're going to bring in him to pinch hit. Here, and then we'll bring him in for Garvey. Have him play first after that. That'll work. Willie Montanez in now. He hit 256 with 17 homers and 96 runs batted in, I believe, for the Cubs, I want to say. So here's the windup in the pitch by Guidry. And Montanez will walk. So 1 out base runner, so the tying runner's on board for Gary Maddox. Maddox flew out his first time up. Alexander goes out the top to Guidry. Here's the windup in the pitch. And Guidry will walk Maddox too, so 2 runners on with 1 out for Darrell Evans. Let's see. Does the National League want to pinch hit? I think they might. Oh. Let's see here. I think we're going to have him pinch hit here. I think we're going to have... Well, who else? Dale Evans was a third baseman. I think I already brought him in. Did Bill Russell play third? No, he's a shortstop. Royster. He can play third. Yeah, we'll bring in Jerry Royster to pinch hit. What is his average? 259 with... Yeah... Who else could we do? Summon the catcher. Who is our other catcher here? Oh, Gary Carter. Yeah, we'll have Gary Carter come in. Gary Carter's going to come and pinch hit for Evans. There we go. That would make sense. And we are going to counteract, that play, that chess match, with... Getting complicated here now. We're going to bring in Jenkins now, I think, to pitch for Guidry. Jenkins will come in. Guidry's day is done. So Ferguson Jenkins in now to face Carter. Jenkins with a 18-8 record with the Texas Rangers, 3.04 ERA. Gary Carter hit .255 with 20 homers and 72 runs batted in. Tying run is on second. And Montanez is unable to get a working lead. And that'll be a line out to Brett for out number 2. So Carter lines out. So it'll be up to Davey Lopes if the innings continue. Lopes 0 for 2 on the day. Flew out in the first and struck out in the third. And he was strikeout looking. So Jenkins gets him and gets out of the jam. So the American League maintains their 1-0 lead. Oh, good. Okay, the National League brought in Rodin. Okay, I automatically brought him in. I was wondering why it didn't ask me because I put it back to... Okay, that makes sense. So the National League is able to bring in Rick Rodin. George Brett up now. Brett 0 for 2 on the day. Well, why didn't it ask me? Let me check my lineup here. Oh, I guess it automatically put it as a pitcher spot. Okay. Okay. That's good, I guess. Alright, we're good. Alright, corners are playing in for Brett. Here's the windup in the pitch by Rodin. Hold on, though. I'm going to undo this because I'm going to undo this because it should have brought in I think it should have brought in Carter. Yeah, it got rid of Gary Carter for some reason. I don't know why it did. Should have brought in Gary. It should have timed out because Gary Carter came in the pinch hit for. No, actually I didn't bring him in. No, I guess that's all right. I was going to bring in Gary Carter to catch for Simmons, but it automatically replaced Rodin with Carter with Rodin. So, oh well, I should have left it on human management. All right, let me go back to that. Too late now for that, but oh well. Anyway, so Gary Carter came in to pinch hit, but Simmons will just catch the game, entire game, not a big deal. Alrighty. So Brett will pop up to Royster for out number 3. Oh, it did bring in Royster. Okay, it did bring in Royster. Okay, that's good. To play third, though, right? Yeah, I brought in him. Okay, good. That's good. At least I brought in him. All right, so Jim Rice up now. His third at bat. 0 for 2 on the day. And he will fly out to right. So Rice has been ineffective today. So that'll bring up Bobby Bonds. 1 for 2 with a single. This will be a range check for Simmons. And he'll make the catch for out number 3. So Jenkins back out on the hill. I think we'll let him pitch. He pitched 2/3 of an inning so far. Concepcion to lead it off. He's 1 for 2 with a single. And he strikes out swinging for out number 1. Dave Parker up now, 0 for 2 on the day. And he'll fly out to right. Bonds will make the catch for out number 2. And Ray Luzinski, 0 for 2. And he lines up to Smalley. 1, 2, 3 go the National League in the bottom of the 6th. And we'll head to the 7th with the score American League 1, National League nothing. Let's see, Amos Otis up now, 1 for 2 with a single. And he'll get a second hit of the day. So I might let's see if we can find. Actually, Otis has good speed. We'll leave him in 17. All right, so Jenkins in now. We're going to pinch hit for Jenkins. So we'll do our double switch here. Jenkins, who was effective today, will be pinch hit for here. Rodin, so I'm going to bring a lefty if we can. Greg Nettles, maybe? Third baseman's right there. I think we want to bring in. Let's bring in either center field. Let's bring in Fred Lynn. Yeah, Fred Lynn can pinch hit here for Jenkins, and we'll bring him in to play for Otis. Replace Otis there. Make sure. Yep. Okay. All right. So Fred Lynn comes in to pinch hit, hitting 298 with 22 homers and 82 runs batted in 78. Leadoff runner is on. Corners are playing in for Lynn. And it's going to be a wild pitch to Rodin. So Otis moving the scoring position. American League hoping to add to their lead here. Lynn with an RBI opportunity. It's going to get a pitch to hit here. And he'll fly out to Parker and right. See if Otis is going to tag. Nope, he'll hold there. So Parker has a cannon for an arm. I don't know if this was the All-Star game that I think I did in an All-Star game did see Parker throw somebody out in right field at the plate. I think might have been the 78 series. I'm not sure. It was one of the All-Star games. I know that. It's pretty awesome. Alrighty, so Roy Smalley up now. We're going to have him. What is Roy Smalley? He's a shortstop. I'm going to bring in Burleson to pinch hit for Smalley. Although he is a switch hitter. Yeah, I'll have Burleson come in. It is the All-Star game. So Burleson will come in to pinch hit for Smalley. So the Rooster, Rick Burleson, comes in. 248 hitter with 5 homers and 49 runs batted in 78. So 1 down. And he'll ground out to Royster at third. So Otis still at second. He'll be up to Gary Alexander if the innings continue. He doubled his first time up. And he'll draw a walk. So that'll give George Order an opportunity. He's 0 for 2 on the day. And he'll ground out to Concepcion. Over to first, and that'll do it. So 7th inning stretch time. So let's check out the question here. Who was the first elected president of the National League? Lock in your answers. Morgan S. Bulkley, elected in 1876 and resigned in 1877. All right. Thank you, Mr. Brody, for that trivia question. And Miss Maggs. All right. So let's see here. So Burleson came in. So he will be the new shortstop. Lynn will be the new center fielder. And the pitcher spot will be Otis here, in Otis' spot. And we're going to bring in... Paul Splittroff, I guess we can bring in. Paul Splittroff will come in. And there we go. All right, there we go. So Ted Simmons still in there. 0 for 2 on the day. Splittroff comes in with a 19-13 record in 78 with a 3.40 ERA. Looks in for the sign for Alexander. Here's the windup in the pitch. And Simmons will pop up to second for out number 1. I thought I pinch hit for Steve Garvey. Yeah. No, maybe I didn't. So Steve Garvey in there now. 1 for 2 with a double. And he's going to ground out to Brett at third. Range check on Brett. And Brett will make the play over to Murray for out number 2. So that'll bring up Jerry Royster, his first at-bat of the day. 259 hitter with 2 homers and 35 runs batted in. Yeah, he must have... this must be based on the stats he had for this year, because these are not all-star stats, definitely. And he'll pop up to Burleson at short, and that'll end the inning. So we head to the 8th, the American League up 1-0. All right. So we're going to replace Roden here. Oops, wrong team. So let's see, Murray's up now. He's a switch hitter, followed by a lefty and then a righty, so it really doesn't matter. We'll bring in Raleigh. We'll bring in Tom Seaver. Tom Seaver will come in. Tom Seaver comes in. 16-14 with a 2.87 ERA for the Reds in 78. Here's the windup in the pitch to Murray. And he'll ground out to Garvey at first for out number 1. So we're going to replace Brett here. Pinch hit for him. Greg Nettles the pinch hit. He's a good defensive replacement too. Greg Nettles comes in the pinch hit for Brett. 276 hitter with 27 homers and 93 runs batted in for the Yankees in 78. Garvey and Royster are guarding the lines. And Nettles will get a single in his first at bat. So Jim Rice is going to be relieved here. Pinch hit 4. He's 0 for 3 on the day. And do we want Don Baylor? I think we're going to bring in Reggie Jackson. Don Baylor is a left fielder. And Reggie Jackson, I think, is a right fielder. Yeah. So we're just going to go Don Baylor. Don Baylor will come in and pinch hit for Rice. Now we just have Reggie Jackson on the bench. So we got all our guys in for the American League. Ooh, and Baylor is going to get a good pitch to hit off of Seaver's card here. And he'll draw a walk. So runners on first and second with a 1 down. For Bobby Bonds, and we'll bring in Jackson to hit here, I think. I think Bonds was the right... Yeah, Bonds is the right fielder, so that makes sense. That'll work out perfectly. Reggie Jackson coming in to hit for Bonds. So we've used all our reserves on all our bench players. Hopefully we don't go extra innings. So Reggie Jackson in now. Hit 274 with 27 homers and 97 runs batted in. Up against Seaver here. Runners on first, and I think we're going to bring in a lefty here. So let's bring in we're going to counteract with a lefty here. Bob Knepper is only the lefty we got, so I guess we're going to bring in Bob Knepper. So Knepper comes in. 17-11 record, 2.63 ERA for the Giants. So lefty on lefty here. Here's the windup in the pitch. And Reggie Jackson with strikeout swinging. The second out. Oh, you know what? I can't do a double switch here then, but that's okay. Oh, I don't even have any pinch hitters. Oops. I kind of over-managed here. I didn't realize the pitcher spot was going to come up with 2 outs. Otherwise, I'd have him bunt. Definitely not going to do a lefty on lefty. So regardless, we're going to still bring in a... So who is a decent hitter? I don't have any idea. I don't think any of these guys really pitched in the National League that much. Oh, Mike Torres come in and pinch it, and then... Oh, well. Oh, well. ID, you can't say anything about my managing here. This is the All-Star game. This is not a normal game to manage. So Mike Torres in there now. Hopefully this won't come back to bite him. See what he can do here. He's got a whole bunch of strikeouts and a walk on there, so hopefully it's going to be off of Knepper's card. And it's not. So he'll ground out to short to end the inning. So Torres will come in the pitch now. Hopefully Torres will not blow the All-Star game. At least we don't have Stanley in to blow it, so. Did I do that right? Okay. Nettles is going to play third. Baylor is going to be in at left. And Jackson in at right. Okay, I think we're good now. All right. Let's see. Who does the National League have left here? Gary Maddox is over. He's got 2. Let's see what we got going here. Let's see who we can pinch hit for. Let's see if we got a lefty on the bench. No, we don't. What does Gary Maddox play? Center, Jeff Burrows, Dawson. I think we'll bring in Andre Dawson to pinch hit for Maddox. So Dawson will come in to pitch the Hawk. 253 hitter with 25 homers and 72 runs batted in for the Expos and 78. Corners are playing in for Dawson. And he'll ground out back to the pitcher. Torres over to first for out number 1. So now we get the pitcher's spot up now. All right. Third baseman. Let's see, who do we got left? We got Bill Russell at short. Don't want to do for him. Jeff Burrows at left field, on left field. Possibly do that. Jack Clark, right field and left field. I guess we'll go with Lazinski. We'll bring in Burrows is left field and right field. Clark is right field and left field. Clark is good at either one of those two. Burrows is better. Actually, he's just the same in left field and right field too, so it doesn't really matter. So I guess we'll go as far down the lineup as we can. So we'll do a left. It doesn't really matter which one of these guys I bring in. Who do we think we should bring in now? Who's better against Torres here? Burrows there. I think Burrows may be slightly better, so we'll bring in Burrows. Actually, let me look at it. Oh, this would be versus righties. Yeah, Burrows, I think, has got more of a chance to get on base, I think. Yeah, Burrows has a better chance to get on base, I think. So we're bringing him for pinch hit for Nepper. Okay, there we go. Jeff Burrows, 301 hitter with 23 homers and 77 runs for the Braves in 78. So Torres looks in for the sign. Here's the windup in the pitch. Oh, Lord. And he will double off Torres. So that'll bring up Davey Lopes 0 for 3 on the day. That's going to be it for Torres. We're going to bring in Eckersley now. See if the battery for the Red Sox can... Yeah, we'll try that. So Eckersley coming in now. 20-8 record on the season, 2.99 ERA. Lopes up to bat now. Tying run in scoring position, 1 down. Eckersley winds up in the pitch. And he strikes him out. So Eckersley comes in and strikes out Lopes. Out number 2. And none of those guys can play center field, so I want to leave in Concepcion. He'll play the entire game. So Concepcion, 1 for 3 on the day. RBI opportunity here. Oh, and he's going to get a chance to hit one here. And he is going to hit one into the gap. So that will tie the score. Concepcion with the RBI double ties the score. And Dave Parker's 0 for 3 on the day, so we're going to bring in our last guy. Make it fair here for the National League. Oh, we have 2 guys actually, so that's not bad. Actually, who can we pinch hit here for? Bill Russell, 286 hitter. Jack Clark, 306. So Jack Clark, yeah, you can play right field. So Jack Clark is going to come in and pinch hit for Dave Parker, who's 0 for 3 on the day. So Jack Clark comes in, representing the go-ahead run here. I mean, the Concepcion representing the go-ahead run. Jack Clark has a chance to knock it in. Clark hit 306 with 25 homers and 98 runs batted in 78. So here's the windup in the pitch by Eckersley. And he'll line out to Burleson to out number 3. But National League is able to get the tying run home on the RBI double by Concepcion. All right, so we're going to have Clark play right field. Actually, let me check here. So right field will have 3. Yeah, he has a good arm. -2 there, -2, and Burrows has a -1 arm. So we'll put Burrows in left field. He's got a little bit weaker arm. So Burrows will go in left field. Yeah, that makes sense. Clark in right. And the pitcher will put in Lazinski's spot. We're going to bring in Raleigh Fingers, I think, now. Yeah. Try to keep this a tied game. Yeah, that'll work. All right, so Raleigh Finger. Oh, what did I do there? Oh. On the National League, what do they need to do now? Wait a second. I thought I brought it. Oh, I didn't put the. Whoops. I didn't put it the position. There we go. And Clark, I want to put. Clark is right field. Oh, I didn't do Dawson either. Burrows in left. Dawson in center. All right, that completes it there. Good. All right, now we're good. All right, so Raleigh Fingers pitched for San Diego with a 6-13 record, 37 saves, 2.52 ERA in 1978. Fred Lynn will lead it off in the American League, now tied at 1. Here's the windup and the pitch. Raleigh Fingers was nasty. Look at that card. But Lynn will hit it over Dawson's head all the way to the wall for a leadoff double for Fred Lynn. So the Red Sox gave up the run. Can the Red Sox guys take the lead back? We'll see. Burleson with an opportunity here. It'd be awesome if he can get a single and knock in Lynn. So Simmons visit with Fingers. Nods his head. Gets back on the mound. Here's the windup in the pitch. No, this won't happen. And Burleson will strike out looking. So whatever he said worked. So Gary Alexander now with an opportunity. He's 1 for 1 with a double and a walk. Oh, and it's going to be a wild pitch on Fingers. So the go-ahead run is now in at third. So here's the windup in the pitch. Ooh. And he'll strike out swinging. So 2 down now for George Orta. Orta with a chance to knock in the go-ahead run here. Orta's 0 for 3 on the day. Oh, and he's going to have a good opportunity here. Oh, no. He'll fly out to right, though. Clark will make the catch for out number 3. So we head to the bottom of the 9th. And no more. No, we're not going to have Eckersley. Definitely not Eckersley. We're going to have to use our last pinch hitter for the National League. So I think we're going to have the National League announce their... Well, he's the only one left, so he's going to come in anyway. Doesn't really matter. So Bill Russell's going to come on and pinch hit. And he is a righty, so we're going to bring in another righty. So who do we have on the bench? We have Figueroa, Gossage. I think we're going to bring in Gossage. Gossage actually got the loss in the other game, in the actual game. So we're going to bring in Gossage to replace Eckersley. Rich Gossage comes in. 10-11 record. 27 saves. So a lot of Yankees games were decided in the late innings here. 2.01 ERA. So here's the line. And Russell is 286 hitter with 3 homers and 46 runs batted in. And Gossage will strike out Russell for out number 1. Simmons up now 0 for 3 on the day. Simmons will get himself a hit. So Burleson and Nettles cannot get to it. So it'll bring up Steve Garvey, 1 for 3 with double back in the second. Winning run is at first now with the 1 down. Oh, and Garvey's going to draw a walk. So that'll put runners on first and second. So Jerry Royster with a chance to win it here. Popped up his first time out in the 7th. And he'll pop out to Burleson for out number 2. So the Hawk has a chance to be the hero here. Gossage looks in for the sign from Alexander. Nods his head. Here's the windup in the pitch. And Gossage will get him swinging for out number 3. So we're headed to extra innings. And we're going to play extra innings. No ties here. So let's see here. So Russell. Let's see. So we got to bring in our pitcher spot here. Oh boy. Yeah, so we got to bring it in and put it in Russell's spot there. So who's going to come in now? Andujar. We're going to bring in a closer here. Denny. Helicki. Robinson. Ken Forsch. Ken Forsch had 7 saves. So there is no save situation now for the National League, so it doesn't really matter who we bring in. I guess we'll just bring in Joaquin Andujar. John Denny. I guess John Denny's our best bet. He's got the... I'll bring in John Denny. John Denny comes in to replace Fingers. Alright, so John Denny comes in. 14-11 St. Louis and 78 with a 2.96 ERA. He'll face Murray, Nettles, and Baylor. Murray 0 for 2 with a walk. And he's going to ground with the Concepcion. Almost automatic there. And he will make the out. Play over to first for out number 1. Not very good baseball terms, make the out. Alright, so Greg Nettles came on the pinch hit. And now play third. And he singled back for Seaver in the 8th. And he'll get his second hit. So Greg Nettles with his second hit of the day. Hits one between Dawson and Clark. So go ahead, run in scoring position for Don Baylor. Don Baylor with a chance to win it. That would be good, as Don Baylor passed away earlier this year. So it'd be nice if he can get the game-winning hit from the American League here in the 10th. As Denny goes over to talk to Simmons. They were battery mates. They're battery mates in St. Louis. So here's the windup in the pitch. And it's going to be a ground ball to Concepcion. Nettle stays at second as he fires over to first. So he's unable to get it done. So that'll bring up Reggie Jackson with a chance to be the hero. Struck out against Nepper in the 8th when he came on. Chance to knock in his teammate here. And he's going to get a good one to hit here. And that's going to do it as it single up the middle. Ooh, maybe not. We're going to go for it with 2 outs. We're going to see if Jackson can knock in Nettle. A 65% chance. We're going to send the lead runner. And yes, we're going to assume that they're going to throw. They obviously have to go for the lead runner. I forgot I'm managing both teams. And we're gonna send the trailing runner to try to get a decoy. Do we want to do that though? No, because he might get thrown out before. So we're just gonna hold the trailing runner and see what happens here. And Nettles is going to be out as he blocks the plate. So the American League cannot score the go-ahead run as Nettles gets thrown out at the plate. On the throw by... Who was that? Can I look at the play-by-play now? Not sure if I can look at the play-by-play right now. Well, I can right here. It doesn't show who it... I think it was the center field, though. So, alright, so that is it. Well, not it, but we head to the bottom of the 10th now. The score still tied at 3. Gossage back out on the hill again. Burrows up to the plate. He's 1 for 1 with a double. National League with a chance to win it here. Ooh, he's going to get a good pitch to hit here. And he'll line out to Nettles for out number 1. Davey Lopes up now. He's 0 for 4. He struck out 3 times today. And he'll strike out for his 4th time. Fortunately, we don't have any other batters on the bench. So 2 down now for Concepcion. He's 2 for 4 today. And it'll be a ground ball to Burleson. Fires to first for the out, and that'll do it for the National League in the 10th. So we head to the 11th. Oh no. Now it's going to come back to bite us. We did not expect extra innings, so Gossage is going to have to hit for himself. Off the generic batter's card here. Hopefully he'll be off of... Actually, Denny is going to come out now. Oh boy. And it's going to be the next guy down on the line, Andahar. Andahar will come in the pitch. So Joaquin Andahar for the Houston Astros. 5-7 record with a 3.41 ERA. So hopefully this will be off the... And we don't have anybody left on the bench. So we're going to have to let him hit. Ooh, this could be good. Nope, strikeout. So to bring up Fred Lynn. So we're going to have to make sure our last pitcher is a starter if we do bring in a... Yeah, although they're not going to get their full allotment of pitches, I don't think, anyway. But anyway, we'll see. So Fred Lynn, 1 for 2 with a double. Hopefully it won't go that far. And that'll be a ground ball to Lopes. And Garvey got thrown off the bag, but he swipes it with his glove for the out. So Lynn is retired. So 2 outs now for Burleson. Burleson 0 for 2 on the day. And he'll ground out to Royster at third for out number 3. So we head to the bottom of the 11th with the score tied at 1. And that's going to be it for Gossage. We'll give him 1 more inning here. We'll see. And Clark will ground out to order. So it brings up Andahar, and he's going to have to hit for himself, although he is in the National League, so he's used to hitting for himself. Could get a walk off this one. Nope, strikes out swing for out number 2. So to bring up Simmons. 1 for 4 in the day, singled his last time up. And this time he'll ground out to Burleson for out number 3. So we'll head to the 12th. Tied at 1. I guess I'll get Andahar's pitch another inning. Alexander up now. He's 1 for 2 with a double in the 5th. Thank God we're not using injuries because we don't have a backup catcher. We don't have a backup anybody right now. So order up now, 0 for 4 on the day. And he's going to fly out to Dawson. Be a range check on Dawson. Actually, Dawson, I think, was the guy who threw him out at the plate. Nettles out. Oh, it's going to be a single. So order will reach with a 1-out single. As Dawson dived for it, but he couldn't make the catch. Are we going to have him steal now? He's not a good stolen base candidate. So Eddie Murray up now, 0 for 3 on the day. And he'll walk for the second time. Andahar was not happy with that. So I'll put runners on first and second. And that's going to be it, as Nettles is a lefty. So I don't know if we have another lefty in the pen here. We do. Actually, John Hiller. Oh, the wrong team. Forgot I'm managing both teams here. I feel like I'm playing inside pitch now. Nope, they do not have another lefty, but let's see who's good against lefties. I don't know if Andahar is. What's his lefty? It doesn't give that rating on this card, I don't think. No. But we're going to go with, you can either go with Robinson or Halicki. Halicki's got slightly better ERA. Not that ERA means a lot, but we're going to go with Halicki. Ed Halicki will come in to relieve Andahar. He's better against righties. I mean, it's lefties. 3L. So he's got a 9-10 record, but with a 2.85 ERA. So Nettles with an opportunity to get the go-ahead run home. And he cannot do it as he pops out to Garvey for the out number 2. So that'll bring up Don Baylor with another chance to be the hero. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. I wish it was his 3 column. That would have been nice. But let's see. Maybe we can get that number 6 there. No, it's going to be a range check on Simmons. See what happens here. Ooh, this might be good. This might be a wild pitch. And it is. It's going to be a wild pitch. So that'll put runners on second and third. So Baylor still with another chance here. Come on, column number 3. Oh, and it's going to be column number 3. Awesome. So Baylor with a chance to be the hero. No! He'll ground back to the pitcher. No. That would have been so poetic if Baylor was able to do that. Ah, man. But who knows? Maybe he'll get another shot. So that's it for the American League, and that's going to be it for Gossage. Gossage is done. He does not get the loss as he did in the actual game. Wow, this is turning into an epic marathon. We're having fun, though. Right, Mr. Brody? All right, so let's see here. American League. I guess we'll bring in Ed Figueroa. Now, these guys are relievers, I think. Yeah. We're going to say Figueroa for last just in case he has to go multiple innings. These other guys are relievers. So we're going to bring in... Who do we got right there? We're going to bring in Stanhouse, I guess, to start it off. So Don Stanhouse will come on for the Orioles with that great head of hair. 6-9 record with a 2.88 ERA for the Orioles. 78. Murray and Nettles are guarding the lines. No doubles defense. Ooh. And Garvey with a good start for the National League. We'll lead it off with a single. Jerry Royster up now. He's popped up both times he's been up. Corners are playing in. Expecting the possible bunt here. There will be no bunt. Actually, you know what? I probably should have bunted. So I'm going to undo this play. Unless this does the same thing. Yeah, we're going to undo that because I forgot I'm managing both teams. We're going to have him bunt. That would make sense. Let's just check his... I assume he's a good bunter. Let's see. Yeah, he's an A bunter. So we're going to have Royster bunt to get the runner in scoring position. That would make sense. So he's going to bunt. We're going to play the corners in expecting that bunt. Yeah, corners are playing in. So we're going to sacrifice for a bunt. 86% chance. Here we go. Murray picks it up, fires the first for the out. So great bunt by Royster. Garvey winning run now in scoring position. The Hawk, Andrew Dawson, with a chance to win it for the National League. So Stanhouse meets with Alexander. It goes back behind the plate. Here's the windup in the pitch to Dawson. Oh, and he's going to get a chance to do it here. No, and he'll line out. As Burleson catches it for out number 3. No, out number 2. So Burr is now with another opportunity. 1 for 2. And it's going to be a range check for Lynn. He should make this catch here. Oh, please make the catch. He will. Good. Phew. So we're headed to the 13th inning now. Wow. Score tied at 1. Halicki back out there. Yeah, he's good against the lefty, so we'll leave him in against Jackson. Jackson's 1 for 2. Jackson had an opportunity to win it for they'll put the go-ahead run for the American League, but Nettles was gunned down at home by, I believe it was Dawson. And Reggie Jackson will draw a leadoff walk, so a good start to the inning. And oh no, Stanhouse is going to be up now. And can he bunt at all? C bunter, okay. That's probably about it for all the pitchers. Actually, it looks like he's got his own card though, because he's got that's a good, surprisingly good pitcher's card there. So we're going to have Stanhouse attempt to get a bunt down here. 72%. Oh, he misses it. No, they did. Oh, nice. That was a good bunt by Stanhouse. I didn't hear bat sound, so I thought he might have missed it. So that'll put the winning run in scoring position with a chance for Freddie Lynn to get the go-ahead run home. So Halicki goes out and talks with Simmons. Back behind the plate. Here's the windup in the pitch. And he's going to fly to center. Dawson's under it. And he'll make the catch. Jackson trots back to second. So it'll be up to Burleson if the Indians can continue. He's 0 for 3 on the day. And he'll fly out to Dawson too. Camp under it and make the catch. So we're headed to the bottom of the 13th. Still tied at 1. And that's going to be... We'll let Stanhouse pitch another inning, I guess. And it'll be a ground ball to order over to Murray for out number 1. 1 down in the 13th. Concepcion up now. 2 for 5 on the day. And he'll hit this one back to Stanhouse. He'll flip it over to Murray for out number 2. That'll bring up Jack Clark, 0 for 2 on the day. And Clark will get a good chance to hit one here. Clark is going to hit one down the line. And what happened there? Oh, guarding the lines, that's why. So guarding the lines paid off as Nettles makes a great play there. So we're headed to the 14th now, tied at 1, and that's going to be it for Halicki. And let's see who we're going to bring in now. Pitches 2 scoreless innings. Going to bring in Hiller now, I guess. Hiller is going to come in. Oops. Wrong team. We're bringing Forsch now, I guess. Yeah, Forsch will come in. Yeah, Forsch is... We'll leave the other guy for the... So Forsch comes in for Halicki now. So Ken Forsch in there now. 10-6 record with 7 saves. 2.71 ERA. He'll face Alexander, Orta, and Murray. And he'll line up to Concepcion for out number 1. Brings up Orta, 1 for 5. Singled his last time up. And he'll get himself his second hit of the day. 1 out single. So that'll bring up Murray. Murray 0 for 3. And Murray's going to get a good one to hit today. He could be the hero here. No. Concepcion, no, he can't get to it as it's out of play. He'll fly out to Clark for out number 2. As Clark almost drops it, but is able to make the catch. Now Nettles, who is thrown out at the plate, is 2 for 3 with a single and a double. So hopefully Nettles can get the winning hit here. That would be nice. And Nettles will get a single to left. And... Who's up next? Don Baylor. Don Baylor is going to get a chance to be the hero. We're going to let... Could get in a position for a pass ball or a wild pitch, but we're not going to. It's too much to risk. We're going to hold everybody. All right. So Don Baylor now with a chance, another chance to win it here. Come on, Baylor. He's 0 for 2, walked back in the 8th. Is there a range play in here? I don't think so. Nope. He'll fly out to left. So Baylor with another chance to be the hero. Does not do it. My goodness. Head to the bottom of the 14th. Tied at 1. Who do we have left here? I think that's going to be... What's the pitcher here? Yeah, we'll let him go against the pitcher at least. And he strikes out Forsch. He's up Ted Simmons now. I think we're going to bring in Hiller now. Hiller's going to come in now for Stanhouse. Oh yeah, it does show you what they're better against in that little parentheses here. I could have looked at that. Okay. So John Hiller for the Detroit Tigers in there now. 9-4 record with 15 saves, 2.35 ERA. He'll face Simmons now with 1 out. And Simmons lines out to order. Now 1 for 6 on the day. Steve Garvey up now, 2 for 4 on the day. And Hill will strike him out swing. So we're headed to the 15th inning now. My goodness. Force back out on the hill. Reggie Jackson up now, 1 for 2. And he'll ground out back to Force. Flip it over to Garvey for out number 1. Pitcher spot up now. And he strikes out number 2. I see why they end these in ties sometimes. So Fred Lynn up now. Garvey and Royster are guarding the lines. Foster pitching around Lynn. And it's going to be a range check on Lopes. Should make the play here. And he will make the play for out number 3. So we're headed to the 15th inning now. Hiller back on the hill. Royster had a sacrifice bunt his last time up, 0 for 3 on the day. Murray with a range check here. Oh no, it's going to be a single. So Murray's unable to get to it. Murray makes a great dive, but can't get to it. Order chases it down. No play though. So the Dawson up now 0 for 3 on the day. And Dawson's going to get a good pitch to hit here. And Dawson is going to hit one to the deepest part of the ballpark. And, almost out of here. Not quite. We're not going to have him try to score, though, with nobody out. We're going to hold him. 65% chance. So Dawson with a double here. So the National League in business here. Burrows can be the hero here. Hill is a lefty there, so we got to bring in. You got to bring in Figueroa here. Alrighty, last pitcher. So Figueroa comes in. Infield's gonna play in. Outfield's got to play in with the winning run at third. With nobody out. Figueroa and Alexander meet with Nettles. Actually, the whole infield: Nettles, Burleson, Order, and Murray all meet. Make sure they're on the same page. Go back to their positions. Here's the windup and the pitch to Burrows. And that'll be a line out to Nettles. Nettles made a reaction play on that one, but he'll stab it for out number 1. So Lopes up now, 0 for 6 can be the hero. Oh, and that's going to be through the drawn and infield, and the National League will win the game on the single by Davey Lopes, who had been 0 for 6 for the day. Dawson comes in, mobbed by his teammates. Not that that matters, but... Oh my goodness. So the National League wins a marathon thriller here, which they did win the game in real life, so it's not a big deal. What a game, though. 2-1 in 15 innings. Look at those. Oops. Hold on. Oh my goodness. Let's see if I can. Why does it go right to that? Oh, that's why. I'm hoping just to be able to. There we go. So let's take a look at this box score here. This huge box score. So the player of the game is definitely going to be... I already forgot who was the guy. Davey Lopes, I guess. With the game-winning RBI there. So great pitching. Dominated by pitching, definitely. No pitcher gave up more than 2 hits. Amazing. So great pitching. Definitely was an all-star game. If that didn't show Strat-o-matic strength, I don't know what does. I mean, just look at that. The pitching was awesome, and which it should be in the All-Star game. Rich Gossage had 4 strikeouts in 3 innings of work. The American League would have won. We could have gave it to Rich Gossage, but they didn't. Ken forced 2 innings of relief, 2 hits for the win. Let's look at our Jerry Remy 0 for 1 on the day. Eddie Murray was 0 for 4 with a run scored. Jim Palmer, let's see. George Brett 0 for 3. Greg Nettles was 3 for 4. He could have been the MVP guy too. If he would have scored that winning run there, he might have been the MVP, but he got thrown out by Dawson at home. Jim Rice, bad day, 0 for 3. Don Baylor, many chances to be the hero. Would have been nice in the year he passed, but did not happen. 0 for 3. Bobby Bonds, 1 for 3 on the day. Reggie Jackson, 1 for 3. Amos Otis, 2 for 3 with the run scored. With the RBI for the American League. Torres actually got a at-bat 0 for 1. Gossage 0 for 1. Hiller 0 for 1. Colin Fiske 0 for 2 on the day. Fred Lynn 1 for 5. He played the whole game there. Oh, no, he didn't play the whole game. He pinch hit. But I forgot it was 15 innings. Roy Smalley 0 for 2 on the day. Rick Burleson 0 for 4. Chambliss 1 for 1. Gary Alexander 1 for 4. George Orta 2 for 6. Davey Lopes played the whole game. 1 for 7, game-winning RBI. Concepcion 2 for 6 with an RBI. Dave Parker 0 for 3. Jack Clark 0 for 3. Greg Luzinski 0 for 3. A lot of offers here. Bill Russell pinch hit 0 for 1. Andahar got a bat 0 for 1. Ken Forsch 0 for 1. Ted Simmons kind of messed up that because we had the pitcher on the computer managing in between there, and they replaced. I was going to do a double switch with Simmons and Gary Carter, but that didn't work out. So that's okay though. Simmons 1 for 6. Caught all 15 innings. Give him the Iron Man award for that. Steve Garvey 2 for 5. Ron Say 0 for 1. Jerry Royster, Willie Montanez pinch hit. I don't know if he bunted or not, but he didn't get an official at bat. Jerry Royster 1 for 3 he scored the winning run. I think he did, didn't he? Or was it Jeff Burrows? No, I think it was him. I think Jeff Burrows scored the other one. Gary Maddox 0 for 1. Andre Dawson 1 for 4. Darrell Evans 0 for 1. Gary Carter 0 for 1. And Jeff Burrows 1 for 4 with a run scored. Actually, let's check. Let us check. So a bunch of holds here. Let's check our score. Oh, here we go. Let's check the bottom of the 15th here. Yeah, so Jerry Royster came in to score the winning run. Was it Jerry Royster? No, Andre. Yeah, Jerry Royster came in and scored the winning run. Right, Mr. Brody, that was quite the game, huh? You survived the whole game. All 15 innings you sat there. What a good boy. Yeah. We'll have to go UT pretty soon, huh? You want to go out now? That's 15 innings. You had to hold it. Anyway, thank you for joining me, guys. It's fun playing this All-Star game. We'll get back with the second half of the Red Sox season now. Now I feel like I didn't want to continue the Red Sox season without playing this All-Star game. Didn't seem right, but now we can go ahead and start a series against the Texas Rangers in the second half and see if we can win the division and go further. Now do the one-game playoff game with Bucky Bleepin' Dent, right, Mr. Brody? Mr. Brody doesn't like Bucky Dent either. That's all right. So take care, God bless, and we will see you in the next video. Bye-bye now.